Oh boy. All right. You know the good thing about trucking? The good thing about trucking is you're in this cab with your thoughts. I mean, this is like a cool place to be. If you're really trying to get your thoughts together, or if you really want to put something together, you got like time to think about it. Like if you're regional like me, you got an entire week to think about your plan. And at the end of the week, you'll be able to execute it. I mean, that's that's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing too. Like you could be in this motherfucker, something tragic happens, and you're left alone with your thoughts. You know, they say idle minds is the devil's playground. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here for story time. The time that I reached out to some drivers back in the day, you know, for help. And this is like when I initially got into trucking, you know. I initially went over, you know, I've been wanting to get into trucking, but I just didn't know which way to go, which route to take. I knew it was going to take some money. I knew that much. And didn't know like, you know, pay out of pocket, go through a school, get a grant, go through a trucking company. You know, it was so many questions back then with really no one to turn to. I mean, I guess it was just by the grace of God that one lady called me for a for a vehicle unlock on her semi truck. And that pretty much got the ball rolling for me. Sat there with her for maybe about 15, 20 minutes. And about another 15, 20 minutes after I got her door unlocked, and I was just asking simple questions like, what school you went to, how to get into it, what kind of truck this is. Well, I already knew what kind of truck it was, but you know, simple questions. And she was happy to answer them. This was, you know, this was during the time that, you know, social media was kind of picking up, but it really wasn't. It really wasn't that many trucking gurus out there. It really wasn't that many trucking influencers out there. It wasn't nobody that had many followers that was trying to influence people to get into the industry out there. Nah, it was just me and this young, you know, well, she was a young lady. You know, she was older, but she was a young lady though. Shout out to her. But it was just me and her, and we was just conversating, you know. And then from that day, that faithful day, went over to Cuyahoga Trucking Academy. That's what it was called back in the day. Took the tour, slapped down a now defunct Capital One credit card with about 10 grand that was on the card at the time. Yes, I said it, 10 grand that was on the card. So I slapped that card down. She ran it through. And then that September, I started going to school to learn how to drive trucks. And everything after that was history. So I say that to say this. Like when I was reaching out to, you know, drivers back in the day via YouTube, via Facebook, I don't think I was heavy on Instagram back then. But I reached out to a few guys, and I learned real quick on how the faces of some of them guys was. Like on the social media, on YouTube, do this, do that. I'm follow me. Thank you, thank you. I love you. You guys are the best, and all like that. But then when I because when I try to reach out to them via their DM, it's like crickets. But then when I finally got a chance to reach out to them, I was like, hey, my name's LaShawn. I'm a driver. I'm in the street, yada yada. I'm fan channel and this, that, and the third. And I wasn't trying to boost, but door unlocks and shit like that, you know. But and you know names because they them guys the you know they guys you know, right was like okay, so they was like, yo, no problem, I can help you out and all like that, yada yada yada. Back then it wasn't, it was like Zell was picking up or something like that. And they was like, yo, yeah, I'm able to help you out. Go ahead and hook a brother up with about $80, $90, $100. And I'm like, okay, what you talking what $100 just to holler at you? Yeah, 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 because my time is valuable. On my YouTube page, I present a persona, but in actuality, bro, I'm a little bit too busy to be talking to Tom, Dick, and Harry. Oh, okay, all right. Um, well, I'm broke. Just now getting into the industry. I left one industry to get into this industry, and I'm broke. I got maybe about 4,000 on my credit card left, and basically that's what I'm using to make it through. I mean, on your YouTube, you didn't mention anything about being paid for services or anything like that. I'm cool. I'm good with you. I understand your time is valuable, man, and my fault for even bothering you. My bad. Oh, no, no problem, man. Just keep on trucking. Okay. All right. Shout out to YouTube. You really want to know who helped me out in the early goings of my trucking? YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. The guys that actually ran the YouTube to give up the juice, to give up the information, to give up the good information, because there is no more good trucking channels on YouTube. There's a few that I still follow, but this one particular channel is not even in the States. I think this one particular channel was out of states that I was watching, and I got majority of my game from them. So I like I said, I reached out to a few back then. A handful that came through. They was like, "Yo, you know, they gave me the game, man." And they didn't even charge it. It was just they was just honestly happy to give that game. And you be like, okay, all right. But see what you do with that game. This is what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to be. I don't want you to get the information from somebody and you start to take advantage. I think that's why a lot of them are turned off because they felt that they was being taken advantage of. Right? That's if that makes sense, I guess. But here's what I came to learn along the way. Along this thing called trucking, man. And I say from like maybe the late 2000s up until now, a lot of people that's coming into this industry with little to no knowledge, but they feel that they know everything, that they can come online and just be like, start talking babble, start talking out the side of their neck. And then when you reach out to them, they want you to pay them. Oh, well, I'm big now. I'm too big too big and valuable now to talk to a small fry. But if you want to talk to me, you got to pay me. Okay. Yeah. All right. And some of them get paid though. Some of them get paid. There's a lot of people out there that wants the shortcut. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the research. They don't want to turn around and go deep. I mean, that's what I did. Like I said, my first encounter with the young lady, and then I just went deep after that. And again, along the way, I reached out to a few people. A couple of people wanted to get paid, and a couple of people gave me the game. They just gave it to me. They just say, "Hey, bro," they letting me know that this wasn't no joke. And it wasn't even about money. The money did not come up until later with me. Because the one OG told me right off the rip, the one guy I talked to, he say, trucking ain't like what it used to be. They held trucking standards that was up there with doctors, lawyers, police officers, astronauts. Astronauts, bro. Trucking was up there with the astronauts. That was the regards that trucking was held back then. Astronauts, bro. Astronauts, man. That's but now trucking is like it's comical. You got so many trucking influencers on TikTok, I'm saying TikTok because not that many people is jumping on YouTube because of course it's too hard of a work to build a channel and a following. But on TikTok, just go there, do a couple of TikTok dances, and you're viral. And then you'll start talking about, oh well, I'm a truck driver, and I'm an influence you to get into truck driving, and I'm doing all these talk shows and all these reality shows, and trucking now is like, it's like a stepping stone. A lot of these millennials don't want to get into this shit. For what? Yo, we just going to get into it just to get the bag so I can start my own entrepreneurial stuff. This ain't back in the day. This ain't like the drug game. And even let's pull the onion back on that shit. The drug game. They still went and talked to the OGs on how the drug game go. Go back and look at Scarface. He sat there and listened and watched. He'd seen what Frank did. Then Frank fucked around and put him with the plug. Just take Frank all out of the lick. Only thing they were supposed to do was go there, buy a key, and come back, and that's it. Nah. Frank sent the wrong man to hook up with the man to move Frank out of the mix. And think about it. Frank didn't even have to pay Frank to do it. Just like trucking. A lot of gurus, a lot of influencers now don't have no time for you though. All you have to do is go and check out their channels or their page and look at the variance between the follows and the followers. You don't have no time. So luckily for me, the time that I got with a couple of OGs worked for me. I mean, hey, I learned a lot. Sat down with them at the cafes, sat down with them at the Iron Skillets, talked to them in the truck stops, talked to them in Walmarts. All you got to do is just listen and pay attention. You don't have to pay. Now, if you just want to go the shortcut way and want somebody to hold your hand, then yeah, okay, no problem. But these millennials these days, man, they not looking to get into this. Well, they getting into it because they ain't got no money. And they got aspirations of doing other things. So with the money that they making in trucking, they're going to use that to do other things. That's what they're going to do. And you got a lot of influencers that's influencing them to do that. Hey, you want to make your family better? Get into trucking. Yo, you want to start a business? Get into trucking. Yo, you want to get a savings account? Get into trucking. That's all they doing. Advertising. Hell, what they should do, they should go to FMCSA and hook up with them so they can actually make some money. Because that's exactly what y'all doing on social media over there on TikTok. Y'all advertising trucking, and y'all not even getting paid. Same thing when you get with these trucking companies, they more than happy want you to promote the company. Hey, we're going to give you $2,000 for promoting the company. Oh, okay, but you're not going to get paid out until 6 or 7 months later, huh? Hey, can you put me on the PR budget? Because I mean, I'm out here driving your truck. Your truck is the billboard. I'm driving it. Who else is going to better promote your company than the driver that actually drives for the company? Who better going to do that? We are the best fucking recruiters out here, man. Hey, Lockout. What about that company you drive? Oh man, the company I drive for, yada 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 yada. You don't have to put a phone number or my driver number on the thing. Well, who you talk to? I can't remember who I talked to. I think it's that guy from YouTube. Uh, we have a lot of guys that's on YouTube. Can you be a little bit specific? Nah. Oh, okay. You know what? We'll just check that right there. And then you come back, you and the guy talk like, yo, man, hey, I'm here now. Like, oh, you use me. Yeah. Well, I didn't know your name or number. And I told them that I told them it was the guy from YouTube. And they was like, they didn't even know you. I was like, oh, what the? Okay. So why not just give me a budget? Like, yo, just give me give me like an hourly thing. Like, I ain't even gonna be like everybody else hungry. $5 an hour. Cause I'm making more driving. That's cool. The $5 an hour is just the added bonus for me to promote the company every time I talk about it. But for the guys that's coming in here and we trying to reach out to get some information, some good information at that, because a lot of you guys really don't give. A lot of you guys, let's be honest, TikTokers, y'all don't give no good information. Y'all don't get no good information. Y'all just talk with the other person. If you got Have you guys noticed that shit now? It's like a trend now that they just talk what the other person is talking about. Like Walmart, for example. Walmart just turned around and say, yo, we giving 6 figures. And everybody jumped right on that. Now, Walmart guy came out and talked about it. Somebody else talking about the same thing he's talking about. Somebody else coming out and talking about the same thing he's talking about. Y'all not giving no good game, yo. Y'all just talking about the same shit that somebody already saw in the article. Yes, Walmart is doing 6 figures now. Wow. Okay. Well, tell me about orientation. Nobody ain't saying nothing about that. Tell me about the phone policy. Nobody ain't saying nothing about that. Tell me about, give me a driver, an actual driver that been there for maybe, I don't know. Mm, what do you consider? 5 years? 5 years? Do you guys consider 5 years good to get some good information? I mean, if you've been there for 5 years, then you've been through the mud with that company. You should know the ins and outs of that company. Hell, you should know when the motherfucking owner of the company comes in there in 5 years. Do you consider a year? Maybe, I guess. But look, coming for help though, a lot of you guys on TikTok, Y'all be so quick to be like, oh, thank you for the likes, thank you for the follows, thank you, thank you. And then you got somebody that asks a question about trucking, and you be like, you know, and then they're gonna take that information, rookie, and then they gonna put it towards what they think is feasible, and then they're gonna get heartbroken when they get in. Well, you know that rookie told me that you can make about $1,000 a week when you come in. No. Are you brand new? How many months you got? How many months did you go to school? See, nobody ain't even telling you about like what happened if you go to a trucking school, Tri-C Community, Tri-C Trucking Academy in Ohio. Make sure you guys go check that out. Nobody ain't telling you that when you go there and you take the urine test and you fail, the school is not going to kick you out because you already paid for your schooling. But the opportunity of getting the thousands of jobs that was waiting for you after school has dropped down to maybe 2 or 3. Why? Because you're in the clearinghouse. Lockout, what is the clearinghouse? Well, the clearinghouse, they just started that a couple of years ago. And it's like that's where all the information of your past drug tests will be stored. Also, here's another tip. Fun fact: if you refuse a drug test, that's going to go on that's going to go on clearinghouse too. So let's say you sitting down, you chilling, you about to do this drug test. You already signed in. You see, here's another fun fact. You're already signed in. And let's say J&R Schugel just happened to call you up, right? You sitting down. Hey, driver, we can offer you that $1 per mile. Really? Yeah, that $1 per mile. Come on over to us. All right. Hey, yo, drug people. Audi 5. Then you go have them to look up clearinghouse, and it says trucking A said that you refused the drug test. Oh, you know what? Sorry for wasting your time and bring you out here in no man's land with no way to getting back home because you refused the drug test. Wait, what do you mean? What? Yeah, you know that drug test where you was at when I made that call to you? You neglected to tell me that you was getting the drug test. See, you should have told me at the time that you was getting the drug test. And I could have told you that, hey, go ahead and take that drug test because if you walked out, they're going to put it as a refusal. Nobody ain't telling that shit, though. Nobody ain't saying that. Did any other TikTok influencers tell you that though? No. So yeah, back then, like I said, the top YouTubers back then, I was a fan of them. I watched all of them. And and a handful of them I did reach out to, but they told me they ain't had no time. But yet you put a persona on YouTube at the time that you had the time. Hey, go ahead and call me up. Anytime you need any answers or questions or anything like that, get at me and I'll talk to you and all like that. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Reach out to him. Hey, my name's Sean. Yada yada yada. I'm a new truck driver. Hey, I don't have time for you. Oh, wait, don't hang up yet. Oh, but you just told me you ain't had no. Here's my Zelle. Send me about $30 and I'll give you about 30 minutes. Wait, what? Oh, hmm, that's funny. You never mentioned that on your video at the time, you know. But a lot of guys back then that was doing so-called coaching calls. If you notice, nobody is doing that now. But if you go on Instagram, you got you got a lot of so-called influencers over there talking about, yeah, we got consultant. You want to know about trucking? Yo, give me a call. I've been in it for like 2, 3 years. I know what's up. TikTokers, go over there to TikTok. They're doing the same thing. But yeah, like I said, a lot of the look, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I am. I mean, if you want to get into this industry, research on YouTube first, right? Research on YouTube first. Because a lot of the information that you're gonna pay somebody for, and a lot of people hate me when I say this. I mean, just go back into my past videos. I had a whole bunch of conversations and a whole bunch of controversies with a lot of people that says that my opinion ain't worth shit. But here's the reason why I charge. Here's the reason why I charge. Here's the reason. You don't know, Lockout. You don't understand why I charge. Everything is monetized. I need to get paid for my time. I get you, bro. I get you. Look, I'm like the Joker, man. Why, if you good at something, why do it for fucking free? Sometimes you gotta break that shit down, though. You gotta break it down to the point of of who's gonna give you the best advice and who's gonna be in your best interest. The person that you're gonna get the game for free, or the person that's gonna give you the game for monetized value. And you got to make sure that you got to make sure that they are interested in you. Cuz I mean, everything now, everything is for value. Everything is monetized now. Everything is a business. I talk to I go back and look at the conversation that me and D-Raj had. The only time that he been on the channel. Speaking of D-Raj, where you at, bruh? Where you at? Where you at, bruh? Where you at, my G? Because at that time, during that time of the conversation, you told me that everything had to be monetized, right? You said that you had an LLC on both of your channels, right? And I took that information as well. Even though I already had an LLC, I just didn't put it on, the Lockout Men name. My LLC is on my roadside company. So yeah, I know about LLCs and all this other good stuff. I've been know about that way before I got into trucking. And the same thing with that when I was doing my lockout service. Story time. I started to work for a company. Well, no, no. Let me go back a little bit farther. So, brother man locked his keys into his Ford Explorer, right? I was in the hustling game, CDs, DVDs, any movies, that first run movies that was in the theater. I already had it. Come to me, get it for $5, 3 for 10, 2 for 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm making money hand over fist. I was the man back then when it came to when it came to hustling, DVDs, CDs, and all that other good stuff. I was the one. Let me tell you, I would go home I would work overnight and then I would hustle all day. My wife at the time hated that shit because you know while I'm over here playing the Xbox. Wife get up in the middle of the night like, bro, can you shut that fucking door? Like, really? Come on now. Oh, my bad. My bad. Then I would probably get maybe about 2-3 hours of sleep, and then I'll hit the streets at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Don't let a new Madea movie come out. Don't let a new Tyler Perry joint come out. Oh my God, I'll be making the killing. Don't let a new Jay-Z come out. I'll be making the fucking killing. So I got all my information from that though. When I started hustling, I started hustling. I was up at the store, locked my keys in the door. Locked my keys in the car, called up on my cell phone, had them to send somebody out there to unlock my car. Dude came out there, got in my car in 2 seconds. Hey, yo, man, how you do that? Oh, well, just pry the door open, go in with the long reach tool, grab the handle, and open up the door. Damn. Hey, y'all hiring? We do need somebody for the east side. Oh, okay. Okay. Who do I need to talk to? Well, here's the phone number. So I called up old buddy. It was like, yeah, we need somebody for the east. Well, what it entails? Oh, well, fuel, tire changes, lockouts, and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. I can do that. And how much we get paid? Well, you get about $35 per ticket. Oh, $35? Yeah, okay. Man, listen. First couple of months, all I was doing was watching and learning and paying attention. Watching and learning and paying attention, and didn't have to pay nobody for shit. Watching, learning, and paying attention. Those 3 things what I was doing. Watching, learning, and paying attention. I was watching the way dude was unlocking these doors. And what I did, shout out to YouTube again. I went on YouTube, started hitting the internet, where to get car door tools from. Car door and lock tools. Hooked up and partnered with Access Tools. Shout out to Access Tools. Partnered with them and got the door and lock tools. Started going, you know what I did? I went to the junkyard. Hey, bro, you mind if I hang out here for about an hour or 2? Yeah, go ahead, do what you need to do. Oh, okay. Ford Explorer. Okay, let me start playing. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, okay. Okay. What car is this? Oh, oh, okay. Okay. I started going to the junkyard like every day. Every day, because basically what I was doing, I had to wait for the calls to come in. So while I'm waiting, what's better than going to practice on what I need to do? Tick, tick, tick. Got to the point that I could do the shit in my sleep, bro. I can do the shit in my sleep. I can get in a fucking Mac. I can get in a fucking International. I can get in a Freight Shaker. I could get into any motherfucking semi truck that I need to get into. So I studied. Then I started paying attention to my checks, or they was called settlements. So I started paying attention to that. Started noticing the companies that we was doing service for. Geico, cross country. Huh, okay. What if, what if, hmm. So I got on the internet, shout out to the internet, typed in Geico road service. And it took me over to the provider application. Oh, okay. What's the name of your company and what's the what's the EIN number and all that other good stuff? Um, well, sole proprietor would be me. So if I'm going to do a sole proprietor, it's going to be my social security number. Okay. Next thing I know, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. What's the name of your company? ERS, Emergency Road Services. Yeah, that's it. That's it. ERS, Emergency Road Services. Yeah, that's the name. Well, congratulations, ERS, Emergency Road Services, for becoming a provider of Geico for road service. Each call was $75, and I was getting about 10 a day. I was like, whoa. Okay. I'm going to need a banking. I'm going to need a business banking account. Okay. Shout out to the internet. Got my EIN number, got my LLC number, got to change everything over from a sole proprietor to the LLC. And typed in and got a couple of more clients. I got to the point that the dude that I was working for called me up because, I was getting caught. I was double dipping. That's what I was doing. I was still working for old buddy while still building up my company, while still listening, learning, and paying attention. And did I pay anybody? No, I did all that stuff on my own by listening, learning, and paying attention. You could take that same concept in trucking. Listen, learning, and paying attention. And back then, let me tell you something. It wasn't no road service influencers back in the day. It wasn't nobody on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube talking about, hey, get with me and I can show you how to get into road service and make six figures. Yes, you can make six figures in road service, at least at that time. At that time. Now, just like with trucking, is too fucking saturated. And you know what that means, right? Diva Trucker just pinned in her video that Landstar dropped down to 73% now? It was 80 cent. But now that everybody saturated it, now it's down to like 75%, 70 cents. Same thing what they did in the road service game. I went from getting $75 a call down to getting $30 a call because I told them that I wasn't going to change. I wasn't going to change that. Because new companies is coming in doing the motherfucking tire change for $10. Doing the motherfucking lockout for $10. Bro, you do a lockout on a motherfucking 19 classic 1969 Pontiac Thunderbird, and you bust out that fucking window, guess who's gonna have to pay for that shit? And you doing that shit for $10. And a lot of companies, they not gonna look. Let me tell you something. A lot of companies ain't gonna run away from that. You offering $10 to do a fucking unlock versus me that charge 30? Who you think they're gonna call first, bruh? And you can correlate all of that with trucking now. Same thing why the veterans is having problems with the brokers. Broker told them the veteran told them like, yo, I'm not moving my truck for no more than $3. Hey, I'll move it for $1. Who you think they're gonna call? So a lot of this so-called saturation and people coming in here that trying to be influencers, trying to be superstars, trying to and over here talking about, yo, did you see me on here and you see me on there and all like that? I'm just trying to do my due diligence and influence everybody in the world to get into trucking. That's what I'm trying to do. But okay. But when somebody trying to reach out to you and let's say, somebody trying to reach out to you now because they want to get into trucking, you too busy. Or you want to get paid for your time. And why not get paid for your time? But yeah, it was a lot of guys that I reached out to, and they was like, like I got my help, and I take that same variance, I guess, with me to this day. Like I still got people commenting on my lockout videos. And I didn't even realize that my lockout videos is still getting views, but that's only, let's be honest, that's because they locking their keys in the car and they typing up which car they lock their keys in, and then they come across my video and then they actually get mad. Oh man, I ain't learned shit in this video. What kind of video is this, bro? I didn't put it up there to teach anything. I I in the video, I ain't put it up there to teach anything. I says how lockout men got into a Buick Regal. And then when of course I ain't had nobody to hold the camera and give me some good angles and all like that. My thing was to get in the motherfucking car and get to the next call. It wasn't about no teaching. Hey, y'all, this is Lockout Men, and I'm here to show you, that. No, it was all about me showing how I got into the car. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. It's only for entertainment purposes only. It does not say nothing about teaching. But to be honest with you, I wish, I kind of wish I did it that way. But I still got people hit me up for that, like, yo, what tools you use? What was your best car that you ever got into? How fast you got into? What was the car that give you the most problems? Questions like that, and I don't mind answering them. I enjoy answering them. Same thing when it comes to trucking. Yo, what company you went to? What company you think and all like that. Now I'm not an aficionado. I'm not a guru. I can only just give you what I think, and if I can't find it, I'll research it and then I'll try to do it that way. I got a question from Christopher that I still need to answer, and I'm not even sure how to answer it because I'm thinking about making a video about it. That's why, Chris, it's taking me so long to respond to your question. It's a good ass question too. I had a call this morning. I talked to my guy this morning, and he was like, "Yo, I seen that video with Bobby, and in your playlist, because YouTube make this playlist now of videos that that comes up, And he said the video of JNR Schwugel. I was like, bro, I haven't worked at JNR Schwugel since 2019 or 17. But still, though, I was happy to conversate with him, even though there's a lot of changes since I've been there. But I still went and researched what they had to offer so I can at least give that, pass that along to them. The best conversation starts over here at the Lockout Man podcast show. I'm telling you. The last video that I got, what's the difference? That video right there with Cigar Boss, awesome ass video. So I know who to hook up with. I know who to ask. I know who to connect with. A lot of you guys turn around and be like, yo, why are you talking about leasing? You don't know nothing about leasing. What did Shape World tell me? Oh, you only lease for a week. No, lease longer than that, but at least I tried it, and I can give my experience on it. But again, who am I? Who am I? I'm just I guess like the one commenter says when I did the Bobby video, oh, you ain't nothing but a clout chaser, chasing off his name, yada yada yada. Okay, well, all right. I guess that's what I am. Okay, whatever. That's why you don't have that. That's why you don't have that many views and subscribers. Well, okay, but I'm popular though. I may not have that many subscribers, but I got over 3 million views, bruh. My channel been viewed 3 fucking million times. So no, I may not have the subscribers, but my channel is fucking popular. So with that said, thank you for your view, bruh. Now you want to come on and talk shit, but you watched, though. That's what y'all do. Y'all watch. That's what y'all do. Y'all watch. After you watch, then you want to put your 2 cents, 3 pennies, a nickel on what you just watch. Oh man, I just wasted 3 minutes of my time. Well, thank you. I appreciate that 3 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Gotcha. But again, I'm off the rails. My fault, y'all. I'm supposed to be talking about help. My bad. But that's what it is with my live feeds. When I'm driving, I'm thinking, and when I'm thinking that a lot of things that goes through my head while I'm driving, and that's the best thing about. To me, that's the best thing about driving right now, because you got a lot of thoughts in your head that you really want to get out. You either gonna A, talk to yourself, or B, talk to the people that fuss with you. That's all. You're gonna talk to the people that mess with you. That's why, like, I only go live every so often. See, I don't go live all the time no more. I did, something comes up in my head that I want to talk about. It's on the heart a little bit, and maybe I want to pass the information along to the people that fuss with me. And of course, the people that comes in, stay for a hot minute, and then leave. Those two, But yeah, for help though, I mean, in the modern times now, I'm in the modern times now, everybody wants to get paid for their help. Now, to be honest with you, if you're out of state, not out of state, but out of the country or something like that, I think I would pay you for your time, especially if you're out of the country, because you giving me some game you giving me some game out of the country. All this shit inside of the country, inside of the US, all I gotta do is either go on Facebook, go on YouTube, go on TikTok, go on wherever and find out any type of information I need to find out. Hell, I can go on YouTube and learn how to build a fucking truck from the tire up. But I don't think I don't think I would mind paying somebody, that's across the globe. I don't think yo, how much? Yeah, it's about $25. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is record all that whole information, because what I'm going to do is listen, pay attention, and be in focus. I'm going to keep my questions to a limit. And then basically what I'm going to do is just keep my ears open and listen. And if it's something that I don't understand, I'll ask a question about it, but I'm going to let him explain it. Might have to turn around and be like, yo, bro, you got to explain it to me like a 5-year-old so I can understand it. Okay, no problem. I don't have no problem doing that. But here, though, here in the States, the same shit that you're teaching me about my clock, I can find out on YouTube or going to one of the trucking groups. Now that's a whole different conversation too. But eventually it's going to be like maybe 1 or 2 people that's going to actually come and give you the information that you need. You just got to swim through the garbage of information that they're giving you until you get to the information that you need. And again, it's going to take time. It is time consuming. It's time consuming. All this shit ain't going to come instantly. That's what y'all want. Y'all want instant gratification. That's the problem with some of you guys. Y'all want instant gratification. And sometimes it don't work that way. It don't work that way. But, shout out to the people that, that do want to get paid. Go ahead. Shout out to the people that do want to get paid. Because if you have some valuable information and you feel that it's valuable and you want to get paid for it, go get it. Who am I to tell you? Who am I to tell you? But I'm just saying, you probably want to just read, So that's my thing. But yeah, I reached out to people. I asked for help. A couple of people gave me some help. A couple of people wanted to get paid for it, and everybody else, I just kept my mouth shut and just watched. That's all. That's all I did. So just watch, listen, and pay attention. That's all. Because I know a lot of you guys, a lot of you new jats is coming into this industry. Y'all not. Let's be honest. Y'all not coming in here. Y'all not coming in here for a career. Y'all looking at this as a stepping stone. Y'all looking at this as a job. Y'all looking at this as let me get my paper up, because basically that's what everybody is talking about. Yo, come into trucking and come and get this bag. You know, a couple of guys already have goals of not even being in the industry for a long time anyway. Nobody ain't trying to waste 30 plus years, especially the new millennials. They ain't trying to waste 30 plus years of their time. They trying to do like 2, 3 and find the company that's gonna pay them top dollar so that they can hurry up and get out before something tragic happens and get they get their money up so they can start something else. And stop coming in here thinking y'all want to be a trucking. I mean, be a truck, be an owner operator. That's a whole nother conversation in itself. With fuel prices, the prices of the trucks, trying to find good drivers, trying to find good insurance. Yeah, that part. But, but, but still listen, learn, and pay attention to that owner operator though, because you're going to learn something. You're going to learn something with that owner operator. Might not be directly, but it probably might be indirectly. Look at how that owner operator moves. Look at how that owner operator operates his company. That's why I always say when you looking for a company, do your research on that company. And when you get to that company, get that company maybe about 30, 60 days. I'll say 90 at the most to get an actual feel if that's going to be the right company for you. That's all. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I'm almost at the Iowa 80 truck stop. I even got controversy on that one because I keep telling everybody that the Iowa 80 truck stop is not a big fucking deal, which is not. I mean, once you come here for maybe the very first time and you get here, yeah, you're gonna be in shock and awe because it's your first time and it's the world's largest truck stop. But then after coming there a couple of times after that, you're gonna be like, what's the big deal? The only big deal of that truck start is the parking. Period. Period. Because the same food, the same clothes, and the same merchandise is in there every time you go there. That same Peterbilt that's in the front is going to be there. That same truck that's on the side of the wall is going to be there. The same, when you walk up the stairs, the kitchen is on the left side and the food court is on the right. It's the same thing. The clothes is like right there in that little area. It's the same thing. So again, TikTokers, tell me what's the big deal of this motherfucking truck stop? Oh, well, the I-80 truck stop is my favorite truck stop to go to. I love going to the I-80 truck stop. I could just go in. Uh, okay. I mean, when I got there, I was in shock and awe when I first got to the I-80 truck stop. I was like, whoa, look at all this chrome back here in the back. Look at all the lights. And I got some souvenirs. The little trinkets, the little shot glasses, the little magnets. I got all that. I got when I started driving, I got every t-shirt from their damn jamboree. Well, I don't think they got the 2022. Well, they might have the 2022 now when I get there, but I don't know. But I got it. But bro, after coming there, after again, it just, yeah, it wears down like, yo, bro, okay. All right. I know for a fact that I'm gonna find parking. And that's about the best thing. That that is the best thing about the I-80 truck stop is the parking. Period. Now, if you haven't been there, then yeah, okay, go and enjoy it. Have at it. But after you go there again and again and again, the best thing about the I-80 truck stop is the parking. You will always, no matter the time of day or night, you will find a parking spot for your truck. And you won't even have to worry about blind side, sight side. You can just straight on in time of the day and night, period. Debate me on this. Give me a call, 216-600-2090. Debate me on that. Because once you take your ass over to the museum and walk around and see everything, unless they're going to bring, like, if you're going to an amusement park, you know, but you only go to the museum. That's why I don't even fuck with the museums in my town. Like, we got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Once you go there and experience it, then there ain't no other point of going back there because you've seen everything. Now, if you come from out of town, that's different. That's where the shock and awe is going to come into play. Because you coming from wherever the fuck you stay before you got into trucking, and you come all the way over here to experience the I-80 truck stop for the first time in your life. And then after that, that's about it. You know, I had a chance to check out. Now, my guy D Nitty told me to check out Little America. I passed that. Couldn't check it out because I'm on the clock. Oh, let's not talk about. Okay, let's not talk about that. No, like, oh, let's not talk about that. But again, like I said, that's just, hey, listen. Lockout man don't know what the fuck he talking about. I've been in the game for 28 years and I love going to the I-80 truck stop. Okay. I mean, I like going there too. I mean, you know, they don't have their buff. Hey, listen, 28-year guy. They don't have their buffet no more because of COVID. I'm just saying, you know, and they menu went from being a book to one fucking sheet. I'm just saying, because of COVID, an assortment of food items to eat there, but now they only got a handful. And don't forget the Wendy's, Starbucks, which is expensive as fuck. Motherfucking cup of coffee, $10 damn. Really? Where y'all getting y'all cocoa beans from? And that's about it. That's about it about the I-80 truck stop, for real. And it's to me, it's not a big deal. It's just my opinion. So, but if you still want to debate me on it, I'm open for a debate. So, but yeah, that's where I'm heading to, because I will be able to find a parking spot. But you also know there's a couple of pilots right next door too. So I think the fuel is TA, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a pilot right across the street, which I'm definitely going to hit, fuel up. Don't have to worry about the fuel though, because I'm a company driver. Just saying. but the owner operator got to deal with that shit though. I can say a lot of shit that I don't have to deal with, but the owner operator do. So yeah, that's why I am not in a hurry to become one. Well, at least not in the trucking anyway. So I'm just saying, maybe, maybe down the line. But but yeah. So everybody that's here, man, thank you very much. Another rant in the books. For the new drivers, man, look, if you guys do have any questions or anything like that, or want to reach out, you know, my number is plastered all over the channel. So it's 216-600-2090. Let me explain. Okay. Now, I know I put a disclaimer out there before. I got to put another disclaimer out there now. Okay. Now, as far as the phone number, it is a text number. Text only. I don't answer the number. If you call it, I don't answer it. It's a text number. It's like a gateway. All right. It's like a gateway. So text me on that number, and then I will call you from another number, and then we'll talk. Now, when I call you from another number, I will text you first because you're going to have to sign off on the phone policy. I got two of them. One is the podcast release, and the other one is the phone policy. Every conversation that I have with somebody over the phone is recorded. All right. So when I send you that text of the phone policy, you're going to have to sign off on it if you want to talk to me. All right. Now, that's not to say that it's different from the podcast policy. To talk to me on the phone, you'll have to sign off on it. All right. But if you want to be on the podcast, then I will ask you and I will say, hey, you want this to be on the air? And then I'll send you the release form for that. But it's basically the same. It's just worded different. That's all. But yeah, if you reach out to me, I don't mind talking to you. I don't mind, giving you advice. I don't mind you picking my brain or whatever. But if I send you that and then you turn around and be like, well, I got questions and yada yada yada, and then I send you the release form, and then you turn around and be like, oh well, I'm a private person. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, you just don't want this to go over the air, but you're still going to have to sign off on the release in order for me to talk to you over the phone, because it is recorded, and I'm being upfront with you about that the call is being recorded. I mean, I really don't have to be. I mean, the law is on my side when it comes to two-party calls. Look it up. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Google. Yes, look it up for one and two-party calls. So yes, the law is on my side, but I'm just being nice enough to let you know that, yeah, it is being recorded. So it's just like how all the other businesses do, right? When you call these trucking companies, you'll be greeted with, this call is recorded for whatever. When you call up Kroger or another business, they'll tell you, yes, this call is being recorded for quality insurance. Yeah, right, quality insurance. So when you call up these trucking companies and call up these businesses and stuff like that, they're going to let you know that, yes, the call is being recorded. They don't have to. Just like when you walk into a store. When you walk into the store and they got their security cameras up and all for me. Well, why not? You in my store? You can't call me. Why not? You talking to me over the phone? I mean, bruh, this the millennial now. Everything is recorded. Everything. Everybody. When the iPhone 13 Max Pro Infinite camera zoom, infinity zoom lens made from Sony made from Sony or Nikon. They don't talk about the service. No, they sell the camera of the phone, bruh. So everything is recorded. And people love to record shit. One lady on here talking about, yo, he's recording me. Yeah, he can record you. I mean, you're acting fucking silly. Somebody somewhere got a fucking phone, bruh. Sometimes that's why it's always best to watch your behavior out there. I mean, y'all probably might caught me out there doing some crazy shit. Nobody ain't gonna turn around and be like, yo, I think some crazy shit about to go down. So let me just get my camera out beforehand. Nobody don't anticipate that. I get to a truck stop. I don't think about all that shit. I'm thinking about getting some fuel in my truck and get the fuck on. But then when you see some crazy ass shit, the first thing you're gonna do is record it. So I'm just saying, when you guys call, just know that I need I need you to sign off on the release. If you don't want to sign off on the release, just know that the call is being recorded. That's all. I don't want you guys to be. I didn't know I was being recorded, bruh. You being recorded, man. It's like the shock and all of everything. I didn't know I was recorded. Yes, bruh, you were recorded, man. I didn't realize when I take this girl on a date, she's gonna go back and tell about what the date. Yes, bruh, that's what they do. We'll talk about that later. I think I'm gonna open that up for Nadia. I'm gonna open that up for Nadia. Nadia, sincerely yours, Nadia is our aficionado of a relationship bullshit. So definitely go over there to her channel, man, and check it out. Show her some love. Tell her Lockout Men sent you. Shit. So yeah, let her know that. And we'll probably open that up. She usually she's like spontaneous. Like, I mean, she comes on like during the day or some shit like that, but mainly you can catch her on Saturdays and Sundays. And her shit, man, listen. I was in her live feed the one day. I think I was on the panel the one time, but then when I got off the panel and came back out, came back, for the replay, man, tell me why this girl was on for like 8 hours, bro. Like, god damn, what the fuck y'all talked about? The fuck. But yeah, man. Hey, Nadia, if you're in here, start putting some chapters on your shit, man. Like, I know I don't do mine because sometimes I don't keep it up. I think about keeping it up and then I don't think about keeping it up, but But like you, if you get a chance, like, put some chapters in that shit because I don't think nobody is gonna stay there and watch your replay for 8 hours. I'm just saying. That's a long ass time. I remember TikTok. Oh my God. I know I told you guys I was about to go, but see this how I am over here. Like when something pops up in my head, I want to get it out. But I was on this one TikTok live. Tell me why the dude. I think this was like over the weekend or some shit like that. I seen him at 3 o'clock Friday, and then I woke up maybe around what time I woke up, like around like 10, 11, 12. It was like in the afternoon. Tell me why this motherfucker's still on there. Same clothes and all. Like, bro, you ain't take 5 minutes to go and wash your ass or brush your teeth or something, man. What the fuck? Damn it, man. But anyway, though, I really do appreciate you guys rocking out with me and all like that. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Uh this is one of the few trucking channels that's not a trucking channel, but do talk about trucking when I feel like it channel. This is the best conversation channel. This is not an interview channel, it's more of a conversation channel. But if you guys want to get on with me and share your stories and all like that, I would love to listen to them. I'd love to give you my platform so that we can have a great conversation and all like that. 216-600-2090 is the text number to get at me. If you guys have any questions, have any videos or anything like that, just link them to me and hit the comment section and let's keep the conversation going because I'm all about that. The best conversation starts over here at the Lockout Man Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys listening and rocking out with me. Until next time, everybody, stay tuned for the next video, which will be dropping later on this evening around 7 o'clock. And it's a doozy. Think you guys might just want to watch this video. Nadia, you might want to watch this video, man, because the shit that this black lady is doing in this video, look, watch the video and let me know in the comments, do any other black woman do the shit that she does in that video? Stay tuned. You guys take it easy. Thank you very much, man. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm not going to say I love y'all because I don't know you like that, but I do appreciate the support that you guys give your boy. So thank you very much, man. I really, I honestly, I really don't know what to say, man. I mean, even though this channel subscriber rise is small, but the connections that I make with a lot of people on this channel, is much more worth it. So again, y'all, thank you very much. And I will holler at you next time. Y'all take it easy. Peace.